Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today guys, I'm checking out Black Widow pitch meeting, of course, released by Screen Rant. I'm pretty excited to check this out. I overall enjoyed Black Widow for the most part. I actually did a quick review on the channel. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it'll be in the cards somewhere on the video. Also, link in the description will take you to my review of Black Widow. I like these pitch meetings. They're really, really good. Now, obviously, this will include spoilers, so you are warned. If you haven't seen Black Widow, click away now. If you don't care for spoilers and you haven't seen it, okay, keep watching. Who cares, right? I'm excited to get into this now. Now, with past pitch meetings I've done on the channel, which has only been a couple, I've seen a lot of pitch meetings, off, camera, off the channel. But the ones I have, I've had to pause because he goes by so quick when he does these pitch meetings. There's some really funny things and moments where I just need to take a minute and discuss what he's brought up because he makes some really good points in these pitch meetings. So be forewarned, I'll be pausing throughout this. Now, hopefully not as much, like every 10 seconds. I'm not going to do that. But just be forewarned, I will not let it play all the way through because there might be points. And I know he'll bring up something that I'll definitely want to talk about. So here we go, guys. Let's get into now Black Widow pitch meeting. Let's get into it and see what he covers. Let's go. Spoilers. Again, spoilers.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we could do a Black Widow movie. Oh. Did you not see Avengers Endgame? Because I have terrible news. No, I did see that movie, actually. Okay. Yeah, see, I figured we could set the movie a couple of years in the past, when it would have made more sense to make it. Oh, yeah, why did we wait so long to do this? Well, remember that whole leaked email situation with the old Marvel Studios head Ike Perlmutter, where he was like, female-led superhero movies don't make money, and he listed a bunch of examples? Nope, stop. But then Wonder Woman was a success, so I was asked to take a look at our female character roster again. Stop talking. Oh, sorry. We're not saying that out loud. We're going to take that again, okay? Why did it take us so long to do this?
Take that again. Oh my God.
Better late than never, I guess. Yeah. So tell me about the movie.
That was good. I love that whole spiel at the beginning. That was freaking great. Stop talking. We're going to do another take. That's good.
I figured we could get more grounded with the Black Widow movie, we're going to do a more grounded movie about the lady who jumped off a cliff on planet Vormir after a red-faced war criminal who's now a space ghost explained that was the only way to get our hands on the magic rock she wanted before a muscle-bound purple alien got it and completed his power glove. Yes, I love it. Well, great. So I figured...
Okay, I'll go back a smidge. That's a good point, but a Black Widow film... You couldn't, if you would try to include a bunch of crazy stuff like that with the Avengers films, it probably would feel really odd for a Black Widow solo project, but point.
His power glove? Yes. I love it.
Yes.
Well, great. So I figured we could have this whole big marketing campaign where ScarJo is like, you think you know Black Widow? Think again. So we're gonna learn a bunch of new stuff about her. Like, how does she get that vest that she wears in Infinity War? Oh, people love retroactively learning how characters they know got certain pieces
of clothing. It's got a lot of pockets.
We've seen them wear.
It's good.
Oh, I certainly hope they do, sir, because we've been really leaning into that for the past 5 years or so. We have, yeah. We're also gonna shed some new light on the character. Like, for example, did you know she went on a little adventure between Civil War and Infinity War? Oh, neat. Yeah, so it turns out when Natasha was a kid, she had like a fake family in Ohio, but they were actually Russian operatives living undercover. Okay. And then we're gonna jump forward in time, and Natasha's on the run from General Ross because of the Sokovia Accords. He's from some of the other movies. He is. It's all connected. Wow.
He's from the movies.
To the safe house in Norway and unknowingly picks up a little box of vials of antidote. An antidote? Yeah, see, it turns out her fake sister Yelena was also a widow operative being chemically controlled by this place called the Red Room, right? Right. And she ended up coming in contact with this stuff called the Red Dust, which freed her from her mind control agent. Ah, gotcha. So Natasha's unknowingly driving with this stuff, and suddenly a massive explosive hits her car and flips it a bunch of times. Oh my God, is she okay? Yeah, I mean, she's a superhero, right? Yeah, but that sounds like something that would probably kill a non-superpowered being, and Natasha doesn't have superpowers. Oh, yeah. Whoopsie. Okay.
Whoopsie. That's a good point, but at the same time, it's like if you had to make it intense. That was Taskmaster's first appearance officially fighting. I think Taskmaster popped up for a couple seconds prior to I believe so, yeah. So I get it, but also you got to make an impact. Even though people are kind of split on Taskmaster in general.
Yeah,
so.
Whoopsie. Okay,
Whoops.
so to be honest, now that I think of it, there are several scenes in this movie where as a non-superpowered individual,
Yeah, that.
she'd definitely be killed.
Yeah,
but
that
she's
too.
Not gonna. It would be better story-wise if she didn't die. Yeah, because we already know when she dies. Anyway, so then she's gonna get attacked by this villain called Taskmaster. Oh, people love that character. Very cool mimicking capabilities, entertaining personality. Yeah, so I figure we could do like a Deadpool kind of thing. Yeah, bring a character that people love to the big screen in an enjoyable way, sure. No, I meant like a Deadpool and X-Men Origins Wolverine kind of thing. Oh,
I was like, I know where he's going with this.
Killing machine with no speaking lines or personality traits. Yeah, that works too. Great. So then what
Great.
happens? Well, Natasha escapes with the vials and goes to see her fake sister, and they start fighting when they see each other. Why? Because it's been a couple of minutes since the last action scene. Gotcha. And so
okay, that's a good point too. I wish I understood why they fought like more, but after no, I don't know. I don't know. Just way to introduce the character, I guess.
Since the last action scene. Gotcha. And so Natasha finds out that this bad Russian guy, Dreykov, who she thought she killed years ago, is actually still alive and still running the Red Room. Okay. And by the way, I was thinking we could get Ray Winstone to play him. Oh, he's great. Can he do a Russian accent? Doesn't matter. It matters a little. Nope. So then they realize they need to break their fake father, Alexei, out of jail, because he probably knows where the Red Room is. All right. So then these guards fire hundreds of bullets at Yelena, who's in a helicopter, and Natasha jumps down to help her dad. Very exciting. So then they all manage to fly away just as an avalanche is just destroying the prison. Well, thank God the hundreds of bullets didn't affect the helicopter in any way. Yeah, it worked out great.
Yeah.
I guess a bunch of people are probably killed in an avalanche, huh?
Point.
Were they all bad guys? Yeah. You sure? I'm sure some of those guards were just people working there to try to feed their families. Sir, we're on to the next scene, so don't worry
moving
about
on.
that. Oh, okay. So it turns out Alexei doesn't actually know where the Red Room is, so they have to go see their fake mother, Melina. Okay, sure. And it turns out she's still working for the Red Room, but then her and Natasha have a heart-to-heart, and that seems to change everything for her. So what do? Well, they secretly use those face mask things to swap appearances.
Yeah.
So why do they switch appearances? Well, because this way Natasha can get close to Dreykov. Does that work? Now, he sees right through the disguise and pulls the mask off pretty much immediately. Right, so why
I was like, what?
Because Melina's the one who designed the cells in the Red Room, so she's able to open them up. Do you think maybe it might have been easier to just explain to Natasha how to open the cell instead of having her impersonate a woman she hasn't seen in several decades? Maybe, but so now Natasha has to go up against Dreykov and Taskmaster, who we're going to reveal is Dreykov's daughter. Oh. Okay. No, see, this is kind of a big deal because Natasha always assumed she killed her when she was a little girl as kind of intentional collateral damage when killing Dreykov. Natasha intentionally killed a child? Oh, well, the child didn't really die, so morally we're all good. Well, so then we're going to flash back to Melina.
Yeah, so that's a good point. But it's like, I get the story point of it, but it's like, and when this first was shown, the daughter being killed in the flashback, I'm like, holy fuck, that's dark. Like Natasha. And it turned out she didn't really die, but still, she still set off that bomb. Still did it.
Natasha intentionally killed a child? Oh, well, the child didn't really die, so morally we're all good. Well, so then we're going to flash back to Melina explaining to Natasha that you can't actually hurt Dreykov. Why? Because he implemented a pheromone blocker in all the widows, so if you can smell him, you can't hurt him. What? It's basic science, sir. If you can smell him,
that was a weird
thing,
but...
Is that basic science? It is, yeah, because that's why I wrote that in here. So Natasha has to hold her breath. No, because see, Melina explains that's not enough. You got to sever a nerve right here. Couldn't she just kind of stand on the other side of the room, far away from him, fire a gun from there? Nope, but probably though. Pheromones. Oh, very far-reaching pheromones, so it's going to be tough for her to hurt him, huh? Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Good choice.
She smashes her face on a table, and that severs the nerve. Oh, surgical head smashing is tight. But so then Dreykov manages to bring in all the brainwashed widows, and they start attacking Natasha. Oh, no. But then Yelena uses the antidote on all of them, and all their free will comes back. Oh, very nice of her. And Melina blows up a main engine of the Red Room sky base, so the whole thing starts to fall.
Exactly.
And then Yelena blows up the plane that Dreykov was trying to escape on, and she was able to do that despite the pheromones? Sure. And so then Black Widow dives after her as she plummets towards
the
Earth.
Pheromones. No, she was able to do it without the pheromones because she was already. Well, wait. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait a minute. No. Her getting released from her hold of the. I guess since she was outside, I guess it didn't matter. That's a good. I didn't even think about that.
But Taskmaster starts attacking again, and not one piece of the massive, actively crumbling sky base lands on them. That's what we're going with.
Yeah.
So then they land, but Natasha manages to use the antidote on Taskmaster, and so everything's great now. So nobody died in the massive collapse? Yeah, just every single one of the bad characters and not a single one of the good or redeemed characters. Oh, well,
shocked by that too. Shocked.
With her family, Natasha decides to stay behind and be captured by General Ross. Oh yeah, she can't go with her family. She's got to be in a couple of other movies. So then 2 weeks later, she meets up with her friend who got her a Quinjet. Wait, wasn't she just captured by Ross? What happened there? I don't know. Oh, fair enough.
That's a good. I don't know what happened. I wanted to know what happened. I brought that up while watching when the credits started rolling. I'm like, how did she get out of that?
Meets up with her friend who got her a Quinjet.
People thought he was going to be Taskmaster too.
What happened there? I don't know. Oh, fair enough. And then during the credits, we're going to have this scene where Yelena is at Natasha's grave and this character, Contessa Valentina, shows up with a mission for her. What's the mission? Sign up for Disney Plus. Very exciting. Yeah, it's going to be very exciting.
Sign up for Disney Plus.
Who is this character? It's going to be this big reveal. Oh, that's going to be a big reveal. Really add a lot to the end credits, unless we decide to reveal it in a streaming show first. What?
Yeah, but I think at the same time, it's still, like, okay, this is the end of it, but the surprise cameo of Valentina showing up, is that her name? Anyways, right, Contessa Valentina, let me go back and hear him say the I'm bad with names.
Sign up for Disney Plus. Very exciting.
Go back.
And then during the credits, we're going to have this scene where Yelena is at Natasha's grave and this character, Contessa Valentina, shows up.
Yeah, Valentina. So, the whole thing about Falcon Winter Soldier, it still makes an impact because the fact is that she pops up in Falcon Winter Soldier. When I was in theater with mostly it being filled with, mostly filled room, with the exception of the social distancing extra seat in between groups that bought tickets, the theater was pretty packed. And when she showed up in that after credit scene, like half the audience went, oh my gosh, I know who that is. So it's like, okay, good. At least a good portion of this audience knows who this is, who already know who this is based off watching Falcon Winter Soldier. So it wasn't like a complete thing to where no one knew who she was. Like the response, like, oh my God, that's her. Like, okay, and then the scene continues. So, yeah, the Disney Plus. I mean, there were some people that you could just tell they had no idea who it was. But, so, pretty good stuff. Brought up some great points. I mean, the Taskmaster thing was definitely, I think, the most controversial from this film about the identity and whether you liked it or not. But I think overall he covered some great stuff in this about the pheromones thing and how this is more grounded, even though that she was involved with some crazy stuff involving Thanos and sacrificing herself to get a Soul Stone, all of that. I wish they would have made a Black Widow film sooner than they did. That opening bit about Ike Perlmutter and everything, stop talking. It was good. I love the pitch meetings. They're so well done. They're so good. And it's like he brings up stuff that I don't even think about, but then he brings up like, oh, well, I don't even think about that, because all the times the cars get destroyed. At one point when that car was like flipping and shit and it went down the stairs into the subway platform, I'm like, okay, that's a little ridiculous. But it's like the other times, like, I didn't really thought about, like, yeah, okay, yeah, there's a lot of times where they keep like teasing that Natasha's going to die, but we know she doesn't. And then on top of that too, it's like she, at the end, and I brought this up in the theater to my mom, me and my mom saw it, I was like, I wanted to see what happened when General Ross captured her, because 2 weeks later she's getting a Quinjet and she's gonna go save, some of the Avengers out of the raft. So I don't know. Did she actually run away or some? I don't know. Who fucking knows? But anyways, this was really good. I love the pitch meetings. I know you guys love them as well because they get a lot of attention. A lot of people are talking about them. I just like how well done they are, and literally, I'm guessing he probably saw Black Widow back when they were starting to do screenings, and so he had time to get this prepared. But I mean, if he hypothetically saw this like Thursday or Friday and got this thing done that quick, it's really good because he covered a lot of things. And it's cool that he's able to use footage from the film because of Disney Plus, so he's able to actually make it more like authentic, like showing actual footage based on what he's talking about instead of just like back and forth, but it was good. It was good stuff. And like I said, overall enjoyed Black Widow. There's some things I wish they would have done differently, or, I think Taskmaster, I feel like it would have been more interesting if they didn't reveal Taskmaster's identity, but the fact that they did, and it's like one of those things to where if you're really invested in the story, I think you accept the reveal of Taskmaster, but if not, then you're kind of like, I don't know. So what'd you guys think of the Black Widow pitch meeting? I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys. Whatever thoughts you have, let me know in the comment section below, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.